is nutritionist Harpreet Pasricha and welcome to the series Learn with Harpreet. So basically here I'm going to talk a little technical because people, when you understand how the food reacts into the body and how it functions into your body, you are more sure and you're more clear because it's giving you some logics behind. So we're going to talk today is about pH. Yes, because there is lot spoken about pH, that if you're very acidic, your body will have inflammation and there'll be a cancer growth and so many things. And so let's keep the body alkaline, and then people are overdoing it, searching it all over the net, what to do to make the body alkaline. So today I'm going to talk about the neutral pH, acidic and alkaline pH, and what are the foods, lifestyles, and how you can keep your body in neutral pH and how you can keep it healthy. So let's get started. Let's understand what is pH. Okay, so basically what is pH? pH is potential of hydrogen. Now pH is a measure of acidic and alkalinity of your body fluids and body tissues. So what is the good pH a human body should be? A human body should be slightly alkaline. So about 7.36 to 7.45 is a good pH to be in. So let me explain you something. When we talk about, see, if you see here, this is all when we talk about is an acidic range. So the lesser the pH, more stronger acidic you are. So lesser the as you keep coming towards the neutral, lesser acidic, lesser alkaline, and then you get alkaline. Now there are various reasons why our body gets into acidosis or alkalosis. Acidosis means when your body has more towards lesser than 6, 7, and alkalosis when it is above than 8. So is it good to be in acidosis or alkalosis? None, right? Because people think that maybe as much alkaline my body is better for me. That's not true, because if your acidosis, that is if your body's acids are more, then you can have inflammation. Inflammation can be right from your to your bones, to your gut lining, to your heart, any inflammation. Stone formation, whether it's kidney stone or gallbladder stone, or aging, it also speeds up the aging. You'll see a slower metabolism, so hence a weight gain and a sluggish weight. You'll plateau, you'll not lose weight doing anything and everything. And poor digestion, like a sluggish digestion. So because there's a poor digestion, your food is not getting digested properly, the food is not getting break down properly. So there'll be a lot of bloating and there'll be discomfort, there'll be flatulence because of poor digestion. Then weak bones, mood swings, fluctuation in the BP. Usually we see a high BP, or candida, any kind of growth, whether it is fungal or bacterial or viral growth, we usually see in people who have more acidic body, and hence it gives you an environment to grow so many unhealthy cells like cancer cells and stuff. So this is when your body is in acidosis state, is when there is more acid in the body. But if there is more alkalinity in the body, that doesn't mean you're healthy, okay? Because you will still have symptoms like twitching of muscles, or nausea, vomiting, or muscle spasms in the body, or tremors of hand, confusion, frequent urination. So there is side effects to high alkaline body as well. So if your body is too much alkaline, you will have those kind of side effects. So let's see why people get acidosis or alkalosis. That is why there is more acid or more alkaline in the body. So people who get acidosis, we usually see it is attributed to poor eating habits. They are not eating right kind of food, or there's a lot of stress in the body, or there is stress on a daily basis, or there is poor lifestyle, the waking up cycle, sleep cycle, everything is all messed up. There's no exercise, there's excessive alcohol or smoking. So these are a few of the reasons which I have listed for acidosis. Similarly for alkalosis, that is more alkaline body, we'll see that usually if there is an overuse of some drugs like diuretics, or maybe laxatives, or maybe also antacids in the body, or if there's any kind of medical condition like a liver or a lung disease or any issues of that, or we usually also see that if there is too much of consumption of alkaline water, okay, that's another trend which people have started following. So if there's too much of alkaline water, or if there is fluctuation in the sodium, potassium and chloride levels in the body, so those things cause alkalosis. So let's see how to keep our body in right pH. So first of all is that you have to avoid any kind of foods which are causing acidosis. So usually we see most of the people are acidosis than alkalosis. So what are the things, what are the foods which cause acidity or which cause more acid in the body are processed foods. So or frozen meats, all these we get this ready to fry the frozen meats, and then we make chicken nuggets out of it or sausages. So those cause acidosis in the body. They cause more acid. Refined foods like refined sugar or refined flour, they increase the acid in the body. Also things like smoking or alcohol, they also increase the acid levels in the body. So along with this processed food, also foods which are high in sodium, say for example these ready-made cereals, or when you see these ready-made namkeens and ready-made biscuits, all these things coming, they basically cause high sodium levels in the body. Now along with this, we've also seen when there is more acidosis in the body, that's more acid in the body, we usually see people having lower levels of calcium and magnesium. So if your body is usually on an acidic state, do check your calcium magnesium level. You may have to supplement it, or you may have to make sure that you're eating the natural sources of calcium and magnesium. Now along with this, you also have to make sure that you're eating enough alkaline food in your body. So your body has to have alkaline food, not overdoing it, but yes, you have to have sufficient green leafy vegetables and other vegetables, say for example avocado or radish or ginger, garlic, and all the green leafy vegetables. There should be enough of these vegetables in your diet in all the meals. Having it raw, steamed, baked, slightly grilled is also a good option. Usually I prefer it in a raw form or in a form of vegetable juice. But if you already have an acidity, that may further irritate your gut. So that time you just, if you already have an acidity, just saute it a very little, like slightly steam and have it, to make sure that your body is not further getting acidic, because your body will not be able to digest it because of the high fiber, and the food will ferment and form gases and will cause discomfort. So usually eating an alkaline food, also having nuts, but I would again prefer the nuts to be in either roasted form or in the form of soaked form. So when I'm saying roasted, don't go by the salted fried ones. You can dry roast them in the house in an oven or maybe in a pan. So usually a soaked one is a good option. So you could take some amount of nuts. You can take good fatty acids like avocado in oil, use some coconut oil, so that all things will keep your body in alkaline state. Now along with this, you also need to do certain things, like for example you have to exercise. You have to make sure that you're not giving jerks to your body, that is either over exercising, which is causing oxidative stress, or doing any kind of crash diets which is depleting certain nutrients from your body, or you're having very high protein, that will also start causing acid in the body, extra acid in the body. So make sure that you're also taking care of other things. So regular exercise, de-stressing yourself, breathing exercises, these all things together will help you keeping the normal pH, the neutral pH, and rather little alkaline. So I'm again and again saying, don't get into drinking alkaline water or overdoing vegetable juices and smoothies, or being just on smoothies for 7 days to turn alkaline. Do not do that. Everything has to be in balance, because balance is something which we need to work on. So basically a human body is meant to automatically balance the acid and alkaline levels in the body. So if you are following a right lifestyle, eating right food, doing a clean eating, keeping the alcohol, smoking or processed food consumption to a limit, automatically your body will stay in a slight alkaline state. So you don't really have to go and have things to make your body alkaline. So I hope this video was useful, and we'll keep coming with such videos. And if you need to know more about acidic alkaline, visit our clinics, and our nutritionist can tell you more about your body, and they can guide you how to keep your body in a good state of balance.